Welcome back to another edition of the Pitch Putt and Puff podcast. My name is Roger, aka RGB. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Before we get rolling, got to give a quick shout out to our sponsors. This week we're going to get talking about some CBD spray from Golfer CBD USA. So what the Golfer CBD USA has, a bunch of different performance and recovery creams, sprays. They have gummies as well. But the spray here we're going to talk about from Golfer CBD USA, or golfercbd.com, excuse me. Golfer CBD USA is their Instagram. Golfer CBD Performance Spray is one of the strongest available on the market, delivering 30 milligrams of CBD and 30 milligrams of CBG with each application. 200 applications in each spray bottle, Golfer CBD Performance Spray delivers exceptional value to dedicated golfers. This product is made by golfers for golfers. So make sure you check out golfercbd.com. Use promo code PPP10 for 10% off. Also, make sure you check out 420 Bliss, 420bliss.com, 420-bliss.com. They're located at 740 Hoosick Road in Troy, New York, right up in the Walmart Plaza. Make sure you stop in there, check them out. They have everything you're looking for: flour, pre-roll, edibles, tinctures, vapes, disposable cartridges. You name it, they got it. Let Ty and the crew know that the Pitch, Putt, and Puff crew sent you. Also have to check out Trouble Off the Tee, troubleoffthetee.com. You can use promo code RGB site-wide on all the hats and the shirts, quarter zips, to save 15% off. So RGB site-wide saves you 15% off. If you're looking for a polo, I got a great deal for you. Buy one, get one free. Trouble Off the Tee. Use promo code PUFF for the buy one, get one free on the polos. Don't forget to check out Marty's book on Spotify, Trouble Off the Tee. The audio version is narrated by Jake Adams from Country Club Adjacent. Tonight we're going to get into some apparel. We're going to talk to the owner of Putt Apparel out of Michigan. So he's going to be jumping on in a few minutes here. One more shout out I'd like to give is to the Putter Shop. Make sure you check them out. The Putter Shop, he's up and coming, just got it off the ground, so go and support him. Promo code is PPPP15 for 15% off all your purchases at the Putter Shop. That promo code is not going away. Me and Jordan been in contact for a long time. Great dude. Really excited to see him get the brand off the ground and get things rolling. But yeah, let's get into it here. We'll take a quick break, and then I'll bring on the owner of Putt Apparel. Welcome back to the Pitch, Putt, and Puff. I'd like to introduce our guest this evening from Putt Apparel. We got the owner, Dave. Dave, welcome to the podcast, man. Appreciate it.
Hey, nice to meet you, and I'm looking forward to talking about Putt and talking about golf.
Nice, yeah. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into golf?
I got into golf probably about 5th or 6th grade. I started caddying at a local country club.
Okay.
And then didn't really still play a lot, but I just really enjoyed the game and was fascinated about it. And I was really fascinated how, people are meeting each other, and, golf is more about the game. There's the networking, there's hanging out with your buddies, it's having a good time. And then I started to play with a bunch of friends that played in college and high school on the team. Mm-hmm. I swam in college and swam in high school, so I still didn't get into golf. And then kind of right after college, that was the only thing you could do. You can't swim competitively. It's hard to play basketball competitively. It's hard to play baseball competitively. So really the only thing left you got is golf. And then it makes you wish when you were younger, you would have taken it more seriously and you could have probably played a lot more.
100%. I'm 40. I just turned 40. Well, I'll be 41 this August. I started playing at like 33, 34.
Okay.
But I was that guy who played in the men's basketball leagues and played in the flag football leagues and was doing all that stuff. But it got to the point when I was, 34, 35, and I'm chasing this 18-year-old kid up and down the basketball court because he's a point guard and I play point guard. Now I'm like, buddy, I just worked an 8-hour shift doing construction all day. I hopped out of my car, threw my sneakers on.
Yeah.
He's acting like he's been doing whatever all day, but he's, still ready to go. By the 5 minutes into the game, I'm like, man, I got to find something else to do because I'm all done chasing these kids around for ssure. So then I started golfing and I caught the bug, and that was it for me.
Yeah.
Instantly.
I played a basketball. Like I have the same feeling. Your body can't do it anymore.
Nope. I knew. Like people always tell you, you'll know when you can't do it. And there was that moment out there. I was like, I can't do this no more competitively like I want to. It's not even It wasn't enjoyable at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun to go play with my 40-year-old friends who are lazy and we don't do shit, and we probably play a half court 3-on-3 or something. That's all right, but I'm not going and running up and down competitively no more at
Yeah.
all. At all. So what made you guys what made you get into the clothing brand and start Two Putt?
Yeah. So the background is my brother owns a printing and fulfillment company. So he prints T-shirts, does hats, and then fulfills for quite a few brands.
Okay.
And he came to me and was like, "Hey, why don't we start a golf brand?" And I was like, "Well, like why? Like why do you want to do that?" And he's like, "Well, I mean, he also has like a photography and like design background." He's like, "Well, we could make these shirts ourselves, and we can sell them at a lot better price."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, golf apparel now, I mean, shirts are $100.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's so our view is, well, why don't we try to make some of those cool designs like the big brands? And why don't we try to just make it more affordable to the everyday golfer? So, we sell our poles for 65, but no one really pays it because, any website you go to, you're getting a discount code. So you're
Right.
kind of getting a polo for $50. On a good sale week, you might even be like 45. So
Mm-hmm.
that was kind of our reasoning is, you would go to these courses. And a Peter Millar was, and that's one of my favorite brands, but that's $110 shirt.
Yeah.
That
That's
that's a lot
crazy.
of money. Roback, I mean, they've built this cult following where people will pay $110 for a hoodie, $95 for a polo,
Mm-hmm.
and really it's all the same stuff. It's just
Right.
they built a good name for them. So we're kind of hoping that we've been around a year,
Okay.
and we're kind of hoping over the next couple years we could build a good reputation with people. Our stuff ships quick. We have good customer service. We do exchanges. We do all that. And then after a few years, you can build enough customer base and people can believe they can see it and, maybe do something really good with it.
Nice. Now, how many people are part of the team? Is it like a big operation or just you and your brother?
It's me and my brother. We have a young lady named Kayla. And then obviously he has employees that work for him now who are doing the fulfillment and the customer service.
Gotcha.
And then my brother-in-law is kind of helping on the technology side. So really like dedicated, like a team of four.
Nice.
And then obviously we have people supporting us in other areas.
Cool. Cool. Yeah, because I mean, it's a tough thing to do. Like even with the podcast, like I need my buddy JR usually helps out. He had something going on tonight, but just to have like with if I don't have a guest on, I try doing a few by myself and talking to yourself for 10 minutes into your computer, you just feel like you're just rambling and rambling and rambling. So like it's good to have like him to jump on and to anchor things off of, even like design ideas. I bet you guys bounce all the design ideas
Yeah.
off of one another. Yeah. Now, do you guys come up with all the designs yourself? I know you said your brother has the background,
Yeah.
but
We've came up with them all ourselves. Um, and then I've hired a graphic designer and kind of given them my vision of what I've wanted. And
yep,
then they've kind of made it.
yeah, that's got to be a hard part to do, especially with all the different things that you can do nowadays and the things
Yeah.
you see out there with all the different clothing brands. Now, like, how do you guys try to separate yourself in like such a tough market, like the golf clothing line? It's such a
So
big market.
yeah, I mean it's an extremely hard market to get into. So to me, the one thing that I would say stands out is it's the same quality you're going to get of a FootJoy or another brand, but you're
Mm-hmm.
paying less money. Two, we ship quick.
Yep.
Some people get the stuff, it ships the same day or next day. Barely ever hold on that more than a couple days. Um, I think the one thing is we embroider in house. So when the country clubs call us, I can embroider 5 polos and you can send them to your club. Or, we're in 6 clubs now. I mean, obviously those orders were bigger, but when we
Mm-hmm.
can do that, we can do t-shirts. Um, I think we have a wide variety for our size, and there's a little bit more personal aspect to it than, you emailing a FootJoy or a Roback, and it's a huge operation. And probably the turnaround is probably a little slower than ours would be.
Sure. Yeah, and then you guys also, I noticed on the page, you guys have like the women's brand, which a lot of other
Yes.
companies don't support, which is cool because I've had like Audrey, she's from Four Left out in California. She came on and we were talking about how there's just no really like comfortable golf clothes for women. She goes to like I don't know, I think she said like Forever 21 and picks out an outfit or buys like tennis polos and stuff to wear because it's more comfortable than what she can find in the golf world. So it's
Yeah,
good to
no,
see that you
that's
guys support that.
it's been an interesting ride with the women's line. I was the one that pushed to have it, and I'll be honest, it did not start off very well. I mean, it took a while to kind of get it to going. But I have a friend that owns Molly Box, um, and we put some poles in there, and now it's starting to kind of pick up steam a little bit the women's side, and I think it's mostly because it's the fun patterns.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what women want, and that doesn't exist for women.
Right. Right. Yeah, because you guys, I noticed on there, I think it seemed like for the men's side anyway, there was like 20, 25 different options for the polos with different designs on them and such. So
Yep.
there's a large variety. And then you also, what I love, and I've never did it until probably like last year, is like the dry fit, the light fitted hoodies.
Yeah.
I wear one, like if it's below 60 degrees, I usually throw one of those on, comfortable in case it starts raining, you flop it up. But a variety of those, and what you're starting to see now too, because 3-4 years ago, you show up to a golf course with a hoodie on, they're probably not letting you on.
Exactly.
Now it's starting to get a lot more laid back, where you guys are falling right into the up and coming styles of the golf game.
I think honestly the hoodie's the nicest thing we sell. I wouldn't say it's a bestseller, but it has started to pick up steam. Like
Mm-hmm.
we're starting to consistently sell those, and everyone that gets them, I've never had a negative thing said about it. I mean, I haven't had a negative thing said about the polos, but the hoodies, I think that's our my pride and joy was that took a lot of time to figure out the fabric blend on that. That was not something that happened overnight. That was a lot of samples, a lot of back and forth to try to get it to that real nice lightweight fabric that will also keep you warm when
Mm-hmm.
it's in the fall or a cool night.
Yep. Yeah, that's so. Is that how was that process with you? Because you kind of had like a head start with your brother's business already, but like getting the materials and going through that whole thing, was that a more difficult process than you expected?
Um, For the polos, no. The quarter zips, yeah, that took a little bit more time. Then same with the hoodies. Some of it's still, everyone has an opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Some people they run a little big, they run a little too tight. But I wanted to take more of like the FootJoy approach, a little bit more looser fitting because the average person wears a larger an XL. They
Yep.
don't wear a smaller or medium. So that's been a little bit of a challenge trying to hash that all out. But yeah, I think where we're at right now with the sizing and then the quality and the materials, I think we have a really good down pat.
Nice. Now, do you guys do? I know you're in Michigan. I've recently had a few different people on who have some tournaments up in that area. Do you guys ever like go to local tournaments or set up booths or anything like that in that area?
We've done a couple golf outings. We've sponsored some stuff, donated some hats. We've sat at a couple. Nothing too much in the works at the moment. I've been kind of really focusing on the retail side.
Okay.
We're in Miles and Golf in Michigan and in Columbus, and then, like I said, some clubs. So, um, I feel like that for us as a company is probably the most important step because it has legitimacy to you. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you're a golfer. You see how many ads you get fed. You click on the website, they've got 2 items
Yep.
or they got 3. So what do you do to stand out? One, I'm in clubs, I'm in stuff like that, you know.
Absolutely. Like you said, though, it gives you the backing. Oh, my shirt's in here. Well, I want my shirt. I want your shirts in my clubhouse
Yeah.
now. And then it starts to snowball.
And that's what's starting to kind of happen. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like what you do. It's consistency. You
Mm-hmm.
can't give up. Like you've been running your podcast now for what, almost like a year and a half.
About a year now. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look at the growth you've done over that. It's the same thing with us. You can't quit.
No, no.
You got to keep it going.
I had 150 followers at Christmas, and then January I started taking this a little bit more serious. I started seeing a little bit of growth, starting to get more active on the social media side of it, and then I started doing interviews because prior it was just me talking to the guys. So how the whole pitch putt and puff even started was, it's the same 8 guys every Sunday. Kind of like you said in the beginning, the game of golf just brings everybody together. We got guys,
Hmm.
retired guys, we got younger guys, we got 40-year-olds. It's all a mix of guys. Um, and we go out, we play around, we come back, we pick a card. Whoever has the aces, that's a team. Whoever has the king, that's a team. Lowest score out of those wins. It's just something fun to do with the guys every week, a blind draw, and off we go. So I started it just by joking around, talking about them. ran out of stuff to talk about once the golf season was over. I'm in upstate New York, so there wasn't really much to talk about in November or December. Took a little break, and then I really got back into it in January. Started, like I said, interviewing the guest, and then February I was signed to a golf podcast network. Now I have sponsorship from a CBD company, a dispensary, so it's all like slow rolling. But like even like sitting back myself, like I never expected to do any of this. I thought it was just going to be bullshitting about with the boys and having a good time. So a reason to get out of the house in the wintertime was really all it was, and then
Yeah.
turns into a lot more, but it's a grind. It's an absolute grind. It's second job. It really is.
I try to tell that to anyone that does that. I said, you should do it, but just be aware. It's a lot of nights you're up late talking to the supplier. There's there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes. It's not as easy as you think it is.
No, absolutely not. And I deal with the Legends group the Legends Golf Club out of California. So I
Mm-hmm.
try to get him on like once every month or 2 months and talk about their events that they have going on there, because we just started a Legends Golf Club New York branch. So sometimes he's not out of work until 7, 8 o'clock. Well, 7, 8 o'clock here is 10. It's 10, 11 o'clock for me, but I'll stay up I'll schedule like a Friday night and figure it out. But I always make it happen because it's worth it in the long scheme of things, just the networking and the connections of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what it's all about. And that's the thing too, like the small companies, like I was talking to someone the other night, you'll never see me try to interview a big name like TaylorMade or Cal. Like I'm not even reaching out to those type of people because I know they're not even going to give me the time of day, one.
Yeah.
But they don't need my help. They don't need people from upstate New York to hear about their brand. So like that's what I'm trying to help, brands like you guys is if they don't see you on Instagram, they're probably really not where else would they see you kind of thing. So it's a way to, oh, Raj had this guy on. Let's check this out. Boom, they hop on your website. Hopefully, sell a couple shirts, hats, a couple ball markers, whatever the case may be. That's all it really is all about.
Yeah.
But I seen you also, speaking of hats, and you got the hats on there. You had some pretty cool hats. I love the
Yeah,
money
I got a
bag hat.
cool. This one's the birdie train.
Okay, oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. I like the money bag one. I like that one.
Yeah, it's interesting too, with just like online advertising. The transfusion one was the hottest hat for like 3 weeks. We sold like 60 of them. This week it's been the party hat, and then it's weird. And then next week it's going to be something else. It's just funny how certain things sell at certain times.
Yep, they just start clicking. Absolutely, absolutely. So, what do you guys got planned for the future for two putt?
Gosh, really for me, I'd like to keep growing and be a little bit more of a retail presence.
Okay.
The one part that every brand has is you got to kind of tell a story. Like, what are you about? Like, your podcast, like you have your theme, you have your style.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, like we have a person, I didn't mention it right, but Lewis, he runs our social media. Um, just kind of right now, just getting out there and showing off the product, showing the prints. And I think, you know, showing that consistency of you posting every single day. And this brand's about, it's got drinks on it. It's about having a good time, relax. We're just a good group of people. And then trying to grow it to the point where, you could have a little bit better, very good sales every year where we could start to, you know, I would almost say like turn it into like a YouTube channel kind of thing where,
Yep.
two putts like a team. It's a family. It's a group of guys and women that just enjoy golf, having a good time, and try to portray that more through social media and YouTube and more videos, things like that. We're gonna try to start doing like some of our ads. I'm gonna be in the ad, telling you, hey, it's Father's Day. Check out this sweet hat we have, this king hat.
Right.
Trying to just put your name in the face out there, something to associate the brand to. That's what people want.
Mm-hmm. More personable, opposed
Yeah,
to like you said earlier, when you call customer service, you're dealing with someone, the part
you're
of the
dealing with
brand.
us.
Yeah, opposed to calling and you're like, oh, hold on, I got to transfer you to 17 different people before the problem's solved, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which I can't stand. So yeah, you said you were going for a year. So did I miss anything that you got that you would like to talk about? I know you got the ball markers. I seen some pretty different cool
We
options
got
in the ball
ball
marker.
markers, towels.
Oh, the towels, the towels. What is that?
And a
A
lot of
magnet?
it to
You got a
me,
magnet on the towel?
yeah, they have a magnet.
Okay, cool.
One of the things that was important to me is I wanted to make sure we stood out from other brands. We have a lot of items, and I didn't want people to go to the site and there'd be two things.
Yep.
I wanted it to be if you bought, our Bermuda leaf polo, maybe in 3, 4 months, you buy another one, you see a sale and you say, oh, it's 30% off. I'll grab another one of these. This was a nice polo, or I'll buy it as a gift. That's kind of, I like to see when you get that second order from that customer, because that means they liked it. And we have a lot of that, which is a really nice sign when someone comes and buys 3 or 4 polos,
Hmm.
that's a really cool feeling. Um, and I respect everyone that bought it off of Facebook ad and they took a gamble on someone and they're like, wow, this is nice stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, because I love the two putt too. Because you never want a three putt out there. If I'm two putting all
Exactly.
day, I have a great day. If I literally can keep it to two putts, like if I get out of a round with under 36 putts, it's usually a pretty good day
Yeah.
for me.
That's another thing. I mean, like going back and how we came up with the name Two Putt. I mean, we brainstormed for almost 3 or 4 months, and I just like didn't find anything that caught in Two Putt. And then the logo, I didn't really love the logo either at first, but now
Hmm.
it's kind of grown on me, and I really like it. A lot of other people really like the logo.
Yeah, I love the logo.
It, but even buying the domain, that wasn't easy. Like I try to tell you that our domain costs $5,000.
Mm.
I mean that's not just a drop, a drop in the bucket. I mean
Yeah.
that's a lot. That's a big setup cost to get a decent domain name.
Yep. I could. That's the thing too. People are like, because I have to kind of decide what I'm going to do with this if I go LLC, DBA kind of thing at this point now. And like I'm talking to my buddies, and I never really had to do anything on the business side of it. Like I had a small business once where I had to get a DBA for, but it was nothing important. Like I don't know what the hell I'm doing, so I'm actually meeting with a buddy next Tuesday to try to figure out some of this stuff because I didn't pay attention enough in business class to know what the hell I should be doing next.
Yeah, and I
But
mean that's like another thing for a lot of people they got to consider when they want to start a business is like if like my example I tell everyone is if you bought 500 polos to 500 people tomorrow, I could ship out 500 polos. We can do
mm-hmm.
that. We're very lucky that my brother has a fulfillment company and it's all stocked, barcoded, inventoried. I don't think people realize when they want to start something is like one, that takes up a lot of space.
Yep.
And two, like you gotta, with polos, this isn't like a t-shirt that you're pre-selling. You gotta pre-buy all this stuff. So, you know, I'm not trying to scare someone away from it, but like, you got to put some cash down to,
Oh yeah.
if you want to have a legitimate brand and then grow it over time, it takes a long time. Like, it will probably truly take a couple years to like really truly turn a profit and be really successful. It doesn't happen overnight. It's like you with your pockets. You got to spend a lot of hours of not making any money to
Mm-hmm.
hope to turn into a big thing one day.
That's it. And it's literally like I don't even I'll be perfectly honest with you. I look at my numbers like views and stuff like that once a month. I have another buddy where he'll have a pretty good like popular guest on or something and he'll wake up in the morning and be like, oh, it only got a certain amount of views. I'm like, buddy, who cares? Did you have fun doing it? Like that's all that matters right now. Like I started this, I never expected this to be any more than just bullshit with the guys. So anything, the perks of it and talking to different people and networking and it's all fun. It's if anything, it's just documenting the
That's
journey.
kind of how I feel about it. I would if you'd have told me that Miles and Golf was going to carry our stuff in year one, I would have laughed at you. And then I have country clubs reaching out to us
Yeah,
for
that's
our
awesome.
stuff. I mean, it's like that's really cool. And you would think after a couple years, you could really grow this into something pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. And you
I
guys,
think the coolest moment will be for me is when I'm on a golf course and I see somebody wearing it.
yep,
I think that'll be
absolutely.
like the aha moment. Like, oh my God,
That's
that's
it.
I made that.
Because you got pride in it. It's your baby, man. It's
Yeah.
something you invested the time, the money, the effort. Like it's your project, and just to see like even that like it's stupid as it sounds, but like I got the golf towels for the guys, and I see the logo on their bags. Like everybody rocks them on their bags now. I'm like, that's cool to me because now everybody knows these group of guys are part of the Pitch Putt and Puff. Like that's who we are. That's what we do every Sunday. We're out there, and it's just cool. It's cool to see your brand, your logo, something you started from the
Yeah, and
ground
that's
up.
something else that speaking of that we've been doing a lot more of is custom towels and stuff for companies. So we're doing the Metro Jets and this design signs. We did 100 towels for each of them. Um, I basically just like helped them do it because people don't know how to get this stuff.
Yep.
Uh, the custom Yeti mugs, we have those on our site with our logo, but if the pitch putt wanted 100 of them, I would just kind of help you broker the deal to get them, because that's a hard thing for companies to find where to get this stuff. So that's kind of turned another side of Two Putt that I never thought would happen is kind of just helping other people market and get the stuff themselves, or they might not be able to really even get in touch with the supplier like I can, and I'm just helping them get it, because I mean, in reality, a lot of this stuff comes from China. Let's just be honest. And
right.
You got to find a reliable source, and if you've done business with them, you also get better service. So that's another side of the business that I never thought would happen. That's started to come with it.
Because I get the crazy DMs from like the groups in Pakistan. We can make a glove with this, and this, and I'm like, yeah, all right, how quickly are they going to ask for my social security number, kind of thing, to get scanned? Yeah. So like that's just, like same with me. Like I would love to start doing like hats and T-shirts and hoodies and stuff like that, but I don't even know, like, same thing. I don't know where to begin, kind of thing. So it's all a process to figuring this stuff out, and that's why talking to guys like you, this is now I know if I got any questions about it, I can reach out to you and get guided in the right direction at least. Pretty cool. So Dave, I usually like to wrap up with 3 questions, all golf related. What's your favorite club in your golf bag?
Ooh.
It's a tough one. It can fluctuate for a lot of people.
I would say my wedges, because you can make your life a lot easier out there if you're hitting good wedges. And then the other one, I would say, I want to say the driver, but no, but I'd say the putter, because I think that there's a really cool feeling behind, that random shot where like you're trying to salvage around and you hit like a 30-foot for like, I mean, let's be real, it's like a bogey, and you're like pumped, or you hit that crazy shot for birdie. That's where I feel like you can make the biggest difference and like really make you, it kind of turns the corner for you in the round.
It does 100%. It's so crazy how many strokes you save when you have a good solid short game. If you can chip and putt, you're saving. And that's what I honestly like. One of my questions used to be, what do you want to improve on when you start the year? And mine was chipping and putting, and I really focused on it. Like I used to be a low 90s, high 80s golfer. I've been punching them down mid to low 80s pretty much all year. It's because I'm saving strokes around the greens. I'm not sculling it across because I'm trying to be Phil Mickelson and flop a shot over to be cool. I'm just getting it where it needs to be. I'm practicing it for the first time, opposed to going out and just hitting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my favorite club would probably be my 7-iron, just because of the versatility I have with it. One of the only clubs I know I'm going to hit straight 90% of the time too, so I always stick with that. And then, what's your favorite course you've ever played?
It's a tie. It's either going to be the Ocean Course in Kiawah Island or Cabot Cliffs in Nova Scotia.
Oh, nice. I'd like to play up in Nova Scotia.
The Ocean Course because I played better.
How are the views? Which one had better views?
Oh, Cabot Cliffs.
Yeah,
I think has just a stunning view. I'm actually, I have a very good group of buddies that do golf trips, and we're all going to Bandon in a few weeks because we're all kind of getting to the age where everyone's going to start having kids. So this is kind of like the last hurrah trip with everyone.
Yeah, my days of doing that are over. Everybody's got the kids. It's like we're lucky to get a weekend scramble, get out, go play 9-18 on a weekend. And if we play, it's got to be at like 6:30 in the morning so we can be home by the time the kids wake up.
Oh yeah.
You'll see. And then if you could add 3 guys to your dream foursome, who would be the 3 guys?
This is a great question because I've been asked this question twice in 2 days.
Okay.
So I say Michael Jordan.
All right.
Because he loves to gamble.
Yep.
I said Tiger Woods just because it's Tiger Woods.
Absolutely.
And then, oh God, see, this is where I keep tossing it up. I've given different answers. I said Scotty Scheffler.
Okay.
He's kind of the new up and coming, and like in the long run, that could be a really cool one. I also, I mean, no political party aside, but I thought Donald Trump would be pretty cool because he also is awesome. President. So if you like him or not, you're still playing with a president that plays golf.
Mm-hmm. I think it would be a lot of fun to play. Just the shit he would say out there, like
Oh, it'd be just ridiculous. And I
like,
always thought, like, if you had Donald Trump, Tiger Woods, and Michael Jordan, that would be a pretty outrageous.
That's a pretty solid group right there. Because I honestly you would just sit back and he'd be like, "That's a terrific shot, one of the greatest shots I've ever seen." You know what I mean? He'd be saying shit like that. I would just be laughing at him. I miss his Twitter so much. Back to old school Trump Twitter was the best, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's awesome. But Dave, man, I really appreciate your time hopping on. Best of luck with the business and everything. I'm probably gonna be grabbing one of those money bag hats. I was scrolling the site. I like those, so I might be making a purchase on one of those. But where can everybody find you?
You can find us on putt.com, and then you can find us on our Instagram, Putt Apparel. And you'll see all the cool patterns we have, lots of hats, all kinds of items, and we even have matching sets for men and women.
Yep, awesome. You don't have any kid stuff, do you?
Not yet.
Okay, I didn't think I seen.
Not yet. I'm maybe in the next year or so we'll venture into that.
Awesome. Good. I'm getting my 6-year-old. I got a 6-year-old daughter. We're getting out on the course this year, so she's gonna be up and coming. So it's like I said, it's good to see the women's stuff, and especially if it down the line it rolls into the kids for the little females. That'd be dope too.
Yeah.
Awesome, Dave. I really appreciate you. Make sure everybody goes and checks out Putt Apparel. Appreciate your time, Dave. And if you got anything coming up in the future you want to hop back on to promote, feel free to hit me up.
All right, sounds good.
All right, buddy. Take care. Everybody have a great evening. Later. That was dope. Really appreciate Dave from Putt Apparel hopping on. Make sure you guys go and check them out. Really cool stuff he's got over there. The variety of different designs, and the hats, the polos especially, and the hoodies. The hoodies are really fresh. I'm definitely going to check those out once it gets a little colder back around here again. But before we close this out, I want to let everybody know this episode was brought to you by Golfer CBD USA. Make sure you check out Golfer CBD USA. This is the Performance Spray. The Performance Spray is one of the strongest available on the market. Over 30 milligrams of CBD and 30 milligrams of CBG with each application. And with 200 applications in each spray bottle, Golfer CBD Performance Spray delivers exceptional value to the dedicated golfer. Don't forget, this product was made by golfers for golfers. So the effect they made it for is to take care of you guys. So make sure you go and take care of them. golfercbd.com. And when you go to the site, make sure you use promo code PPP10 to save 10% off on all your purchases from the Pitch Putt and Puff crew. Make sure you go and check them out. As well as 420 Bliss, 740 Hoosick Road, Troy, New York. Go and check them out. Everything you're looking for up there, the flowers, pre-rolls, edibles, tinctures, vapes, you name it, they got it. And then, of course, Trouble Off the Tee. Marty and the crew up at TroubleOffTheTee.com. Promo code RGB, 15% off site-wide. Promo code PUFF, buy one, get one free on the polos. Make sure you guys take advantage of that. Really nice, light, dry-fit polos. Got to hit up Marty and the company at Trouble Off the Tee. And don't forget to check out the book on Spotify. Trouble Off the Tee, narrated by Jake Adams. Really great listen. It's about a 4-hour total listen, 4.5 hours total. Couple car rides back and forth to work. You'll finish it in a week. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We'll be back. We'll be back tomorrow to chop it up with the boys and let you guys know what happened with RGB and Bob on the Friday night league match. Really excited about that. Recording this on Thursday, so the match is tomorrow. This will be a Tuesday release. But appreciate everybody tuning in, and go check out Putt Apparel. Dave, really appreciate your time, and good luck with the company. It seems like it's going to be up and coming pretty quick. Once again, shout out golfercbd.com. Later.